Hey guys, it's Dian here, and as you could probably already read from the title and see from the thumbnail, I just want to explain to you guys why I'm transitioning into real estate and how it has become, or how it has come to this point. So it's not something that's a recent decision. It's not something that's decided by me just wanting more than just having a 9 to 5. I've wanted this since way back. My track record is basically since I was, I'd say, probably 17 years old, or even before that. The year was 2019 when I first created a Fiverr account. Now this business was me just doing freelance graphic design work, but I've accumulated over 400 clients and I've sold over 1,000 thumbnails basically through that 400 clients, which is a pretty good accomplishment, I'd say. And that's all before I even turned 20 years old, which I'm currently at. So what I'm doing is I joined the 9 to 5, but not for the specific reason you might think. I don't want to stay there. I'm simply using it as a tool to get me some money to save up for my dream, which is becoming a real estate agent. Now, I think I do have some struggles and worries, just as anyone else. Real estate isn't just, you don't just get into it, you know. You're gonna have to go through courses and stuff, and you're gonna have to even get an internship, and that's not easy. It's not just like going to university, getting the degree, and applying for a job. You actually have to get the skill set. You have to already have that skill set. And for many people, that's not the case. So it's not just like joining in, there's a lot more to it. Now, how I have basically made the decision in my brain is, since I already have that business experience, I've learned many skills like negotiation, how to be more not shy in public, I guess. I mean, this is weird. I'm walking around in a very small town with a tripod and my phone, making a video, and you might think, well, that's not too hard. There's not too many cars driving by, but you know, there's people living in these homes that I know that probably see me walking around with a stick in my hand. Weird, right? But it takes a little bit of confidence to do things, to do great things. What I'm trying to achieve, just to provide you with basically my journey. I want to document it myself and I want to share it. But I've been blessed too, don't get me wrong. And I know I'm going down a rabbit hole right now. I want to explain to you exactly where I'm at and where I plan to be in the next 3 years. And the wind's getting in my hair. Actually, I think I should walk down this street. I'm currently saving up. That's all I'm doing. I'm saving up, and I am trying to start a few other things on the side. One thing that I think might go major. I'm trying to create a course that's all about investing, because that's also something I've been doing. I know how to manage money. I've been investing since I was, I think, 16. I mean, I bought Sussel shares when they were at the, oh no, then it's 2020. So I bought Sussel shares when it was at the 2020 coronavirus dip. And I made probably like 150% return on that investment. So I have a backstory and I want to share it with you guys. So yeah, like I said, currently I'm just in my 9 to 5. I don't plan to stay there for many more years, but for now, that's my plan. I plan to just do my job and to save a percentage of my income every month and put it into a savings account that grows, gets interest, so that at the end of the day, I can basically fund my real estate venture, if you would call that. So how it's going to work is, I have a specific set goal, a certain amount of money I need, so that when I get into real estate, when I do get an internship, I'm able to live off of that money that I saved for at least, let's say, 12 months. Now that is going to be a bit hard, I know, but I started saving right now. And hopefully with the business ventures and side hustles I have, like my freelance work that I still do, I would be able to save enough so that I can maybe in the next 3 years start my real estate journey. That is the plan. Current side hustles that I have, like I said, the freelance thing where I do graphic design, I do thumbnails for YouTubers. That's that small picture you see on a video right before you click on it. Now, I gotta, boast myself. I gotta be confident. I have made some people millions of views. I got people millions of views. The way I did that is I just kept learning new techniques, new styles of thumbnails that do work. And I take, not copy, but I take inspiration from thumbnails that do work. And I just make something better of it, And recently, I think about 6 months ago, I created a thumbnail that's now sitting at over 1 million views on a guy's video that's called, his channel is called Digital Income Project, which is all about AI and creating businesses from AI. Then the other guy that I made thumbnails for, his name is Perplexify. Now that was a little bit of clickbait thumbnails, which I'm not proud of making, but they did work. That one video got over 10 million views. So I know how to market. I know how to create graphic designs that work. So I have a skill set that will help me in real estate. The other side hustle that I have is basically just doing drone photography. So with some of that earnings that I made in the stock market, some of them I spent unwisely, but some of them I spent on wise investments again, like buying myself a drone, which I can also use when I do real estate. Because obviously, if you get those other angles, it's gonna look way better than just someone who's not creating. Sorry, there's a car that just drove by and looked funny at me. So it's a weird walking in public and making videos. But yeah. So for instance, someone that's not using drone photography in their real estate listings, obviously I'm gonna shine brighter than them. My listing's gonna pop, gonna look much nicer. I mean, heck, I'm looking at some of these realtors and I'm saying to myself, if they can make a living from that with the quality they have, which is pretty shitty, I can definitely do the same, even better. So yeah, that's my goal. Now I'm currently stuck in a position where my car broke down. The gearbox is just needs replacement. And that's something quite expensive, as you know. So it's going to be a bit of a setback. I'm going to have to spend around, I'm not going to go into the specifics, but I'm going to have to spend a little bit more each month to pay my mother back because I'm borrowing some money from her just to fix it. Luckily, I am in the position to borrow money from my mother if I wanted to. Yeah, like I said, that's going to set me back a bit, but I'll get back to it. I mean, like I said, once that vehicle is ready again, I can use it to then do the drone photography again in the real estate market. Now that allows me to also network. It allows me to network with real estate agents because I'm doing the real estate photography. I'm able to talk to agents. I'm able to get some info out of them that I need on how to become one and how to be successful. Now, obviously, they're doing the right thing. They're hiring me, a drone photographer, so they are the ones that have the nice quality images and so on. So I know I can trust them to give me the best advice. Other thing is, my girlfriend did something nice. She hooked me up with one of her friends or girlfriends that also did real estate for a bit. She did drop out now, I think. But the thing is, I got some information from her that I really needed. I wanted to know a lot of things like how it's going to work, how much it's going to cost me every month to do real estate. And is it going to be out of my own pocket or is it going to be funded by them? How's the commission splits working in real estate? But now that I know that stuff, I'll definitely be a step ahead of someone else that's going for an internship and they don't know nothing. But yeah, let me know if you guys want some other videos about real estate too. I've gathered a lot of information at the moment. Not one yet, but in a couple of years I will be. The thing is, like I said, because this is a small town, there's not an agency here. So I can't just drop out now, live here and get my license here. I'm going to have to do it in another town. So I'm gonna have to stay there, have to pay rent, pay bills, pay my food, gas, all that stuff, and still have some money left to spend on real estate. Unlike marketing and stuff, and as well photography. But it's worth it in the end, isn't it? My big goal, my big dream for this, sorry if the camera keeps going down. my big dream for this is to one day be a realtor in Cape Town, because the market there is pretty, how can I say this? The market there is pretty big. There's a lot of houses being sold, and as you guys know, it takes a lot of training first, so I'll have to do it in another town. I'll get my internship here. It's gonna be in the Gauteng province, and then after that I will be able to move over to Cape Town, which I think has a much better market. And in today's day and age, it's a buyer's market, you know. What that means is the buyer basically gets to decide the price at the end of the day. There's not a lot of demand per property, so you can't just expect the buyer to pay whatever price you set. So you're gonna have to be competitive. You're gonna want to know how to negotiate. But yeah, that's my long-term goal, to move over to Cape Town and be a real estate agent there. I love entrepreneurship, guys. So for entrepreneurship days, I always was the guy that stood out, sold the most products because I knew what was in demand. Kids like toys, so I was the guy that sold toys on entrepreneurship day, when all the other kids were just making marshmallows covered in chocolate. Now they love that too. Kids love sweet stuff, but me selling those tattoos that you could stick on you that would wash off, obviously a kid's gonna want that and buy that instead. I'm just enjoying the walk, guys. I think I want to do this more. Like I said, it's a bit weird, but I'll get used to this, I'm pretty sure. There's actually also another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, and that's my other side hustle that I had, where I really learned how to negotiate and how to market. So that was flipping items on Facebook Marketplace, which I'm actually currently still doing, kind of. I bought and sold graphics cards. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's fine. It's just a component in PCs that basically are responsible for your display. It's used by gamers especially, and people who make movies also have to have great pricey graphics cards, because it allows them to process graphics much quicker, if that makes sense. Now anyway, there was a time in the market where those things were out of hand expensive. So what I did is I went and I dug deep for the very cheap ones, and I bought them, and then I listed them for basically 2 times, 3 times the price. Now, is that my fault that the seller was willing to give it to me for that cheap? No, I did my homework, and that's gonna be exactly the same in the real estate market. If I do my homework correctly, I'm able to have an edge. I'm able to sell a house for the price that the seller wants and make myself some more, and the buyer is still happy because he thinks he's getting the best deal ever, which he will be. Oh, the sun. Oh, I'll just walk like this for now. But yeah, that's it. That's also another one of the side hustles that I started, and I still have. I think mainly because that worked was because I saw a gap in the market. So not everyone's gonna be as lucky as that. But I was able to make a lot of money from it. But sometimes stuff happens, like getting scammed, and I got scammed a few times, and I quit because I was like, nah, this isn't worth it anymore. I'm gonna take my profit that I made. I'm gonna move on. I love tech, guys. That's one of my passions, and I'm gonna use tech one day to make me one of the best real estate agents ever. And I'll be honest, I'm very quick at learning stuff. I was able to play on my dad's PC, his old laptop, when I was like 12 years old. So that allowed me to develop skills that my peers didn't. They didn't have that skills. That's how I landed my job. By having a connection and by having that skill set already. Because basically at the IT company I work at right now, I'm an IT technician at the moment, but we do networks, we do Wi-Fi installations, and we maintain them. And also my responsibility at the moment in the company is doing PC repairs. And because I know PC so well, it's easy for me. So my boss was very satisfied with my skill set, I'm guessing, and with the fact that I could do the job that he wanted me to. So that's how I landed that job. And I'm very happy at the moment. He's a very nice guy. I'm having a blast. But the work, it's hard sometimes. And I don't like that. I know I'm a man. I should be able to work hard with my hands, but it's not that. It's not necessarily working hard that's the problem. But it's working hard for someone else, you know? It's within a man, it's quite unenjoyable, if that makes sense. It's what I have to do right now, so I'm doing it. If I have a choice, which I do, I would one day rather work hard for my own stuff. I would love to work extremely hard with my hands, building up my dream home one day when I have the financial stability for that. I think that's basically it for this video, guys. I appreciate you guys watching it all the way through, for the ones that did. I'll see you guys in more of these videos. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.